crypto channel and all the interwebs. As we approach 1 million subscribers, we're so close. We're 36,000 away. Really, probably in about 10 minutes, we'll be 35,000 away. Giving away a full Bitcoin, 5 Ethereum, 4,000 Cardano, and 7 Dogecoin. No, sorry, we're not really giving away 7 Dogecoin. Guys, my name is Ben. Every day on the channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you just like entertaining content, there's people that watch this show that don't even know anything about crypto. Wow. I don't know what that says about the show. that they watch the show and they still know nothing about crypto. But guys, today I wanted to wear this special hoodie because the last time I wore this hoodie, a lot of people thought this is a French hoodie. And I would like you guys to know that America has a monopoly on red, white, and blue. This is America hoodie. This is not a French hoodie. I got nothing French in my life. I got a Freedom Bulldog, I eat Freedom Fries, and I dang Freedom kiss my wife. And she likes it. So, all right, guys, let's go. Guys, what happened to Bitcoin yesterday? Guys, smash the likes. There's Kale Rager over there with the super chat. Make sure to smash the like. Guys, the prices absolutely crashed yesterday, and people were like, what happened? We had a flash crash. Just after we covered the story yesterday, the Bitcoin had a new floor of 52,000. It went down on Coinbase, I think, to 51,600. But did you notice what happened? The downward momentum pushed it, and then it bounced up so quickly. So, guys, if you're really looking for a reason why... My hair's out of place a little bit over here. Where's my stylist?
It's a wild
It's going to be
hair
like
day.
that the whole day. The whole day. At least I got hair. Okay, no offense to you, bald people. Guys, a lot of times we're looking for reasons for the dump and for the crash. And what you find is kind of like when we look at Market Cipher and we see those yellow X's that pop up, whale manipulation, pushing the prices down. It's just like when people see an opportunity to liquidate longs and to get short positions in and leverage it on the way down, they're going to do it. But when you're in a bull market, they get exhausted with the selling pressure and you see the prices rise back up. So in reality, if you got in along around 52,000, you know what's interesting? If you would have watched our video and said, hey, you know what? If it goes down to 52,000, like I sure would like to put a long in if that's the floor. If you had put that in yesterday, you are crushing it right now. Absolutely. So sometimes you'll find there may not necessarily be like on-chain metrics that point to why it crashed. We think that it crashed due to the pipeline stuff, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And I think we're going to have like a lot of problems with gas. Is that FUD or is that real, TJ?
I mean, I think, who knows these days with
Is
the
this
government.
why the Ethereum gas fees are up?
Yeah, because of the pipeline burst, we've got some Ethereum issues and some OBS issues.
Do we freeze?
I don't know. Just keep talking.
I would say shut it down and open it back up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I broke the stream.
TJ broke the stream, guys. Control, delete it.
Yeah.
We got it. This is a big problem. Let's fix this today.
Okay.
Let's get a new computer. Mega computer. I want a computer.
Yeah, I'll start streaming.
Okay, guys, we're back.
And
TJ, get off the Wi-Fi! Guys, we're having like big problems with this computer. We are going to buy a new computer today.
yeah, actually,
sure.
I think I have one.
No, we're going to buy the best computer ever today. So we're going to buy a new computer. So, all right, guys, here we go. Let's just get into it. Let's get straight into it. Basically, I was talking about the pipeline and things like that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Guys, first and foremost, as always, thank you for all the subscribers. We are at 964,000 subscribers. Are we freezing again?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just keep talking.
Just leave it how it is, and hopefully it won't mess up. But you can't show the screen, so it's going to be a big problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Okay. I don't know what to do at this point with this.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, here we go. All right, so we're at 964,000 subscribers. Thank you, everybody. Sorry about the technical problems. I can assure you they will not be happening tomorrow. So guys, also don't forget to follow me on Twitter. We're at 324.6 thousand followers on Twitter. We're making the push up, trying to get up to 350 here in the next couple of weeks. If you want to sign up for Bybit, you can do that there. Let's go jump into the markets here, see what's going on. We've got right now, here's what's interesting, is even with this dump yesterday, okay, we have seen a huge inflow of money into cryptocurrency. You guys know yesterday we discussed how the market topped out at $2.5 trillion. Well, even after the dump, we're back at $2.45 trillion. Absolutely insane. I remember when it crossed $1 trillion, which was really unbelievable when that happened. Do I need to reconnect?
No, you're good.
Okay. Well, you want to show the screen here? I'm still talking about these numbers here.
Yeah.
So it topped out at 2.5 trillion, and right now for the 24-hour volume, we're coming in at 279 billion. Now, TJ, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've ever seen that over 300 billion.
The 24-hour volume?
Yeah.
Not that I can remember. I mean,
not that I can remember.
Unless there was a crazy day where it spiked or something. No.
This doesn't show the volume. Yeah, I guess the volume. Yeah, it does show the volume here. Let's see, this day here. Let me zoom into this day. This day looks like the highest day. Why is that showing? That's excluding Bitcoin. Let's see what this day was. What was that day? That's the all-time high right there. That's got to be wrong. Does that say $10 trillion? I think that's a glitch. That's it. That says 4. Those are glitches. So, guys, when you guys see these big spikes on the volume, those are glitches. I think this is actually our highest volume we've ever had. So, almost $300 billion. And look at this, guys. Bitcoin dominance, 42.7%. Wow. Ethereum retraced a little bit, 19.6% yesterday and down. What does this mean? Money is flowing into other alts. We've discussed altcoin season before. We've discussed how it actually works and how that the money flows from Bitcoin to Ethereum and then back down to all the other alts. So right now, we've seen Ethereum pump, we've seen Bitcoin pump, and we could be looking now at some other projects coming to life. So looking at the last 24 hours here, you guys will see Revain has been crushing it.
Whoa, that must have just happened.
No, well, it's up 109%. It was climbing yesterday. I think it was up at like number 80 or 70 yesterday. Wow. So it's up 210% for the week, and that pump just started yesterday. And look at this, number 2, Internet Computer, ICP, yeah, you know me. Or is that OPP?
Yeah.
Guys, you guys may not know this, but at one time in my life, I was a huge juggalo. Like, I loved Insane Clown Posse. And I wore mascara and giant Jinkos. And what else did they wear?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either because I'm lying. I was never a juggalo.
I was shocked.
Guys, when it came to the ICP Eminem beef, I was on Eminem's side. Why? Because I don't want to get shot with paintballs. So I always ride with Eminem. But listen, guys, that's an Insane Clown Posse joke. If you don't know who the Insane Clown Posse is, you're lying probably. But here is what they look like. The funny thing is, Insane Clown Posse has been trending on trended on TikTok a few different times. Oh, look, he's rocking the Pistons jersey. Look at that. Guys, how many of you were juggalos? I want to know. Hashtag juggalo in the chat if you were a juggalo. Let me know. Look at this. These popsicles look disgusting. Would you eat that popsicle?
No, that
does not look like a legit popsicle. I don't know what that is, but I would not lick that. I will promise you that for sure. So Internet Computer, we're going to talk a little bit more about what Internet Computer is here in a few minutes. But, you know, it's definitely doing crazy things. We also have Yuan Finance. Yuan Finance is at $73,000. And somebody needs to check his portfolio because I got some of that. Not as much as I probably would have wanted to have. But definitely, I do have some Yuan Finance. And I do have some UMA, too. I think both of those are available on Coinbase. And look at BSV making a little pump here. Just a little one. Not a big one. Have you noticed that it's fallen like all the way down to 28?
Mm-hmm.
It was like the number 3 or 4 coin for a long time.
Yeah, it was interesting. They that camp kind of switched approaches on the whole. He is Satoshi, and you know, they're really just pushing BSV.
Craig
now.
Wright, he's talking about.
Craig Wright and Calvin Ayre and that whole camp of they're really pushing BSV hard now as like this is the main thing and everything else is a fraud, and I don't know, it's crazy.
Calvin Ayre. Hey, do you remember the video of them dancing at that party?
Oh gosh, yeah, that was.
No, I'm not talking about Calvin Ayre where he was in Puerto Rico or Cuba and had the girls dancing. Not that.
No.
I'm talking about when Craig Wright and Calvin Ayre were together at like a rave.
Yeah.
And they were dancing, and it was just like these guys are billionaires and they have so much money, like they can kind of do whatever they want. But it was just real weird. It was like one of the weirdest dances I've ever seen in my life. Like, These guys are like in their, how old are they? They got to be 60, right?
Yeah, I was going to say late 50s at the youngest.
Like, look, 40s, I think you can get away with, like, kind of trying to act young and hip. I say that because I'm 38 and I'll be doing it in my 40s. But 50s, 60s, you're just not hip. You know, I'm sorry. You're just not. Sorry, 50 and 60-year-olds. Y'all are cool. We look up to you. I'm going to be there with you soon. But I have to say that to make you guys seem older than me, so that way I can still hang with the youths, you know, with the hip kids. That's a Steve Buscemi reference. I don't know if you guys got that. So, well, hello there, fellow youths. You guys know that meme? That's a good one. All right, so let's get into to Bitcoin. We're going to talk a little bit more about Yearn Finance and ICP down the road. Well, actually, you know what? Before we move on to Bitcoin chart, let's check out the Yearn Finance story real quick because this is not on the list. So Yearn.finance price nearly hit $70,000. Now, for you guys that don't know, Yearn Finance was the second coin ever to actually achieve a higher price than Bitcoin. You guys know what the number one was?
What?
Do you know?
Well, was it Bitcoin Cash at the launch? No,
it was Zcash.
Zcash.
Zcash was actually the only coin. Believe it or not, at one time, you had to pay 8 Bitcoin to get 1 Zcash.
Jeez.
What's the price at right now?
Not that.
No, let's see. What is the Zcash
like
price right now?
Couple $100 maybe.
Yeah. So basically, like people say, the Zcash launch is $289. Yeah. 8 Bitcoin to get one of these.
Wow.
So basically, it boiled down to like there was a big like mining thing. There was a lot of like attention behind it, kind of like we just saw with ICP, like just a really big launch, but there was nothing behind it. And right after that is when the Bitcoin bull run really kicked into high gear, and Bitcoin shot up. But those people, it was basically the Zcash mining. It created a fraudulent price. All the miners create a fraudulent price, and then try to launch it at that price, and people are like, "This ain't as good as Bitcoin," you know. So, anyway, so Yearn Finance was the number 2 coin to do that. Price at $70,000 at this point. The YFI USD exchange rate added $6,258 or 10% to reach $68,000 ahead of the London opening bell. Why is that relevant? I don't know. I guess that's my British accent. Sorry, emo Mr. Bean. The token performed equally well against Bitcoin, so it made progress against Bitcoin. Right now, it was, before it even pumped even higher, worth 1.192 Bitcoin. Now, why is this? Why is the price of Yearn Finance so much more than the price of Bitcoin? Well, it just boils down to simple economics. Okay, if you come down here, oh, that computer is struggling. We need a new one before the end of the day.
It's OBS that's struggling.
Well, yeah, but it's the computer running it is the problem. OBS doesn't have issues on a good computer. If you look here, what you'll notice is, look at the circulating supply. So this really puts it into perspective here. Supply of Bitcoin, 18.7 million right now, the circulating supply. For YFI, it's only $36,634. And actually, another project we really like that we're partnered with, YFDI, you guys know we partnered with them. What's that price at? Whoa, God, it's had a big drop, 3,400. It was up in the 6s at one point. Was it 63? This could be a good time to get some of this on a price dip. But the point is, why is this one worth so much? Well, its circulating supply is only 4,000. The lower the circulating supply, the more each coin is going to be valued. So when you look at Yearn Finance and it's at $70,000 or $73,000 and Bitcoin's at $56,000, the reason is because of the supply. It's not because of the market cap. The market cap of Bitcoin is still massively over the market cap of Yearn Finance. Yearn Finance's market cap is $2.67 billion. Bitcoin is $1 trillion. So that's a little tokenomics for you guys that are newer to crypto. So let's jump into the Bitcoin chart now. And you know what's interesting is we did see yesterday, and I want to show you guys a pretty good opportunity that looks like it's is rising up if you guys are trading here, is that we know we got a bullish green dot. This is on the 4-hour chart. We know we got a bullish green dot right there. Let me get rid of some of these here. I hate this thing. I will never not hate TradingView. I'm sorry, TradingView, but I hate you. I wish you had a better competitor that I could use because this thing sucks. There probably is one, but MarketCypher works with it, so we're going to use it. And look at this. On the 4-hour chart, we just got a green dot down here on the momentum wave. So could be a good time to get in. If you look at our DBSI numbers, it's a 16 at the bottom, which is really bullish. But when you got this green dot, a lot of times what we're seeing from these bullish green dots on Market Cipher A is we're seeing a price dump, and then we're seeing, ooh, this is going to be risky here. This is going to be really risky. Really risky here. Oh gosh, what is this? This is supposed to be a rocket. There. Look, it kind of looks like a rocket. Mm-hmm. You can see it, right?
Yeah. Maybe
I need a third. Okay. So you get the rocket ship up, okay? Welcome to Microsoft Paint with BitBoy. But so this is what we're seeing a lot. But what I really want to show you guys here is that I want to get rid of everything but the line that was already up there. So let me get rid of all this stuff here. Okay, so this line was the previous support for Bitcoin. Since we've been on this dip, this line here has become the resistance. So if you look here, we could probably draw a line from, let's draw it from here, right? Get some touch points there. That's a little down. Probably, draw a line about right here and see that this is a channel and that from here to here, this is a good opportunity. If you long Bitcoin in this range right now, it could be going all the way back up to around $60,000 at this point of resistance. And we think it's going to go over it. But from this channel, it's pretty clear it should bounce up from here. And we'll talk about the reasoning for all of this, of course, here in a little bit. But that's the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart looking pretty bullish right now to getting along. And honestly, if I was logged into my Bybit account, I would long right now, right here, right now. Of course, using proper risk management, stop loss, the whole 9 yards. But if you want to do that, if you want to go to Bybit, you guys can, of course, go to bitboy.com. I'm sorry, that is not true. Bitboy.com is owned by a guy that will not give it to me. Bitboycrypto.com/deals. Scroll down to our best deals. You get access to all of our best deals at the top. We got several more deals down here as well. The biggest deposit bonus ever for Bybit, $1,610. You can get access to by clicking right here. Of course, you want to get Market Cipher, the first 500 signups, get a 15% off bonus there. If you need a VPN for Bybit, you can get that here. And then also Femex, which we got a Femex story later, XRP trading available again on Femex. And I've actually been doing all my XRP trading on Bybit. Like, that's where all my XRP is. So, that's a sneaky way to continue to buy XRP is through that. We're going to be writing up a full Bybit review on the website soon for you guys that want more information about it. But like I said, I would be doing it right now if my phone was not logged in over there that's on TikTok, and if I'm hopefully be able to get along in right after the stream. Wait, is Elron in here?
Nope.
Mr. Elrond. Mr. Elrond has access to my Bybit. He can actually log in for me and put in a long right now. So that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin on the 4-hour. If we were to go and look at the daily chart here, this is even a little more clear on the daily chart that we're in a channel. This is a rising wedge, so potentially we could be looking at something where we get a jump point either up or down. Now, if you don't know a rising wedge, thank you to Carl for teaching me this. A rising wedge is generally a bearish pattern, meaning most of the time is going to actually break down instead of breaking up once it gets to the end of this channel. But in a bull run, in a bull market, there's a higher percentage of a chance that it actually goes up instead of down. And I am looking at Thursday specifically. Thursday, we get the Coinbase earnings report, and I think there's going to be some stuff in there that's going to be pretty good, that's going to make the market bullish. Now, a lot of people have told me that they think that we're heading towards a mini bear market in the middle of this. Now, of course, the day before or the day after I get told that, we see the market drop. But I don't think that's an indicator of right now. What I think is going to happen is I think we are going to continue bullish momentum for the next, what is today's date? The 12th?
The 11th.
The 11th?
Yep.
For probably the next 6 weeks. And then at the end of next month, as we get close to the quarter two futures contracts close, boop, we get a gigantic correction. So, guys, if we get to the middle of June and we are still hovering around $60,000, I think we should start getting concerned. We need to be up in the high 60s to 70s to 80s or higher by, I would say, the third week of June, or else we may be in some trouble with this market. Now, real quick, let me go here and look at the stock to flow chart and see where we should be with the stock to flow right now. I'd like to go and check this and see exactly. That is not where I want to be, is it? Stats. What?
Yeah, I don't think that's.
But it said Digitalic. Have they been hacked? That's weird. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, it's forwarding. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
To buy Bitcoin worldwide / stock to flow. Is the stock? You can show it. Has this been hacked? When I try to go to the regular stock to flow chart, it takes me to a different link, which is stats. Now, I wouldn't go to this. It's probably a scam. But stats.buy Bitcoin worldwide, or have they just changed the name of it?
I have no idea.
Maybe they just changed the name of it. So it took
surprising.
forever to load.
Yeah, it did take forever to load.
Took forever to load. So I didn't think it was going to load. That's why we showed it. But anyways, all right. So let's look at see exactly where we are right now with the stock to flow. And you can see we're bouncing right off support on this blue line here. Now, we were ahead of the bull run. Now we came back. But what's important to note is that in 2017, we actually stayed under that blue line almost the entire time until Bitcoin went parabolic at the end. Now we're bouncing off of it like support. And I think that shows we're in an even stronger bull run than we were in 2017. The numbers are bigger. So we're talking about trillions of dollars of market cap and stuff like that. But if there was a chart that you would look at and say, I wonder if we could go higher than the numbers people are predicting, then in that situation, this chart seems to reflect that. But it's hard to see Bitcoin going above $350,000. I'll be honest, Eddie Parrott is not doing well in this leverage game. Get that guy on the channel. We don't know who Eddie Parrott is. Still to this date, we don't know who he is. If you can tell us who Eddie Parrott is, then we may let him on the show. All right, so let's go to the Ethereum chart here. Check out what's happening with ETH. The ETH dominance did drop just a little bit, but guys, we're back over $4,000. We just went back over $4,000. So on the 4-hour chart, looking at Ethereum on the 4-hour chart, I mean, look how thick that money flow is.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen it like this before.
She thick.
Yeah, she thick. That's 2 C's. Yeah. She thick with 2 C's. This thing's taking forever to load. Okay. Yeah, this is the strongest Ethereum move we've ever seen. Yeah. There is more money flowing into Ethereum right now than any time in history. That's really incredible when you look at how thick this is. I mean, if you go back to last year and the DeFi craze, it seemed to kind of, look like this. But right now, I mean, God, this thing looks absolutely just so thick. That is a beautiful thing to see. Okay. Everybody loves a thick one. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay. So let's see what we can kind of look at here on the, let's go to the daily chart. See what that's showing. Right here. Wait for it to pop up. Everything is so slow today. Is there, can everybody get off the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Can you tell people that for me?
Like on their phones. Everybody get off the Wi-Fi on their phone specifically. Turn off the Wi-Fi! Did you guys like Around the Blockchain yesterday? Show was great. I don't know who we got on today, but that show is doing phenomenal. Kind of what we're looking at here for Ethereum on the daily chart, looking at our DBSI numbers, we are getting to a place where we're getting stronger bear numbers than bull numbers. But it looks like that momentum is changing a little bit at this point as it went from an 11 to an 8. Now, the DBSI works much better on the smaller time frames, by the way. But just you can use it on the daily chart, of course. It looks like we plunged yesterday. We still didn't hit the second part of the EMA line here on the EMA ribbon. So we're still like really, really, really bullish right now. Let's look at the shorter term for Ethereum, what we're kind of looking at. We did look at this on the daily, or on the, the hourly. Thoughts on Tesla accepting Doge? We'll look at that story in a little bit, but I mean, there's not much to it, right?
That's the story.
That's the story. There
He put a tweet. We had the tweet up at the end of the show. You can pull it up.
Well, we can show it right now. Yeah.
Since we're talking about
Elon Musk, do you want Tesla to accept Doge? So they're not actually accepting it yet. He's just asking.
Yeah.
77.3% of people say yes. How many followers does Elon Musk have? 53.9 million. Wow.
That's a lot of folks.
That is a lot of folks. And there's 2.8 million votes. And the fact that it says 77.3, it really should. I would be interested to see Elon Musk's Twitter growth pattern since he started talking about Dogecoin again this year. So 77.3%. But, you know, we talked about, who was it yesterday that Rice Crypto was talking about, or Rice TV now? He was talking about how Dogecoin is actually like inflationary instead of deflationary, so it like actually makes much more sense to spend it than to spend Bitcoin.
Yep.
It's a pretty interesting point he made. I think this reflects it. Like, I would certainly rather use Doge to buy a Tesla if I were to buy a Tesla.
Than Bitcoin, for sure.
Yeah. So pretty interesting.
Well, and they already announced that SpaceX is going to accept it, so it's not that surprising that Tesla would, but it's mostly marketing.
So on the hourly right now, we just printed a new green dot. Or we just printed a new green candle, and it's a 16 down here, meaning this is extremely bullish. And the funny thing is, it's just popping up right as we speak. Look at that. Back at $4,036. Will Bitcoin or will Ethereum hit a new all-time high in the very near future? Let's see what's going on with the Ethereum dominance. It's at 18.9%. Where is all this money flowing to if it's not going to Ethereum right now? A lot of money going to that ICP. It launched at number 3, wasn't it?
I think somebody said 5.
And then it dropped to number 8.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in a minute. But Ethereum, the point here is, guys, is Ethereum is looking mega bullish right now. So you see the right here, the momentum wave. It is very thick on the way up, meaning on this hourly chart, it looks like there's a lot more action to be had. Could be a time, not financial advice, could be a time to go long on ETH right now. But you guys never know what'll happen. Like yesterday, we got the dip, came out of nowhere. So it is what it is. So let's start here with ICP. Now, we're actually going to be doing a full ICP review tomorrow. I'm going to be listening to their entire discology. No, we will be having a review for you guys on this ICP, which, by the way, today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I know we've been doing a lot of project reviews the last several days. That's not normal. We're like trying to play catch up with some projects that we're invested in and some sponsored reviews. Starting tomorrow, we're going to be going back to regular content at 3 o'clock. So we'll be having this ICP review tomorrow, and then we'll have some more topical videos for you guys as the week goes on. Just to let you guys know about that. And, of course, today at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be having around the blockchain. No mention of ADA at all yesterday? Yeah, I think we did mention it yesterday. And we talked about it, hitting $1.80.
Yeah, I think so.
These finance coins, I'll tell you what. Cardano or VeChain, which will do better? That's a good question, because right now, if you look at my all-time high predictions for VeChain versus my all-time high predictions for Cardano for this bull run, I actually think they're very close neck and neck. So they're both about, my all-time high prediction for both of them is about 5x from where they are now. So it's hard to say. I would say probably Cardano has had a bit more of a struggle recently, so maybe Cardano, but it's very close. And we're just talking about strict price here, not, use case or which one's better. They're in different niches. So, all right, so what is the internet computer? 4 days after launch, ICP hits number 4 on CMC. Dfinity's newly launched internet computer is already making waves in the blockchain world. Following its Friday launch, the internet computer token, and this has been around for a long time actually, just launched though, has been the 4th largest crypto by market cap, according to data from coinmarketcap.com. You guys can see it. It's got a fun little infinity rainbow there. It's been launching on a number of high-profile cryptocurrency exchanges throughout the course of the last week. including OKX, Huobi, Binance, Gate.io, Coinbase, and others. We need to buy some. Mm-hmm. We actually have like several Bitcoins sitting ready to buy something. So I think we will add this. You definitely, like, guys, I want you guys to listen to what I just said here. When a major crypto launches, wait for it to dip a little bit, and we'll look at the chart. It has certainly dipped. It may dip a little bit more, but we're going to get some exposure to it. You want exposure to top cryptocurrencies, especially ones that have gigantic backings. Like Shiba launched, or Shiba didn't launch yesterday, but Shiba went to the moon yesterday. We added a little bit to our 1K to 10K portfolio challenge. But
actually, I heard from Mr. Schmeeds that didn't actually work out because gas fees were like $200-300, like something crazy.
On KuCoin?
Well, he was trying to do it on MetaMask.
No, he should have done it on KuCoin. That's why I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Mr. Aaron Schmeeds.
I don't know.
We're going to have to start calling him the don't boy instead of the do boy.
But, yeah.
Yeah, so you definitely want to do, if there are coins that are on the Ethereum network and you can trade them on centralized exchanges, that's way better because you don't get gas fees.
Right.
But anyways, we want to get exposure to this. It's a major cryptocurrency. So, probably what we'll see, and we'll talk about this a little bit in our review tomorrow, is like you saw with Polkadot and like you saw with Filecoin. Like these ones that have gigantic launches, they fall a pretty good bit, but a lot of them bounce back up. But there's a chance that one day we're going to have one of these that's going to rip, and you just want some exposure to it. Like we have if you look at our portfolio, the bulk of it is in the biggest coins. We've got 6 figures of XRP. You don't see it, but now that it's relevant again, boom, we've got I think about $200,000 worth of XRP right now, depending on what the price is at. It was like $230 before the price dropped yesterday. But you want exposure to the bigger projects. That's how it is. So you're supposed to be on the next one, by the way. We've been talking about ICP for like 5 minutes. Some crypto community members are skeptical of the internet computer. The project's aims are ambitious. Dominic Williams, the chief scientist at Dfinity, reportedly told CoinDesk that we want people to abandon traditional IT and move all systems and services to smart contracts. However, the project is attracting some criticism. Twitter user Great Grandbear, thank God, Great Grandbear, he described the project as centralized cap plus some marketing.
Crap.
Oh, crap, yeah. Others have called the project an attempted Ethereum killer. So is this a smart contract platform, it looks like? Mm-hmm. However, the project is pushing back Dominic Williams and that said that the internet computer is not an Ethereum killer. Other proponents of the network have pointed out that the new blockchain could be used to protect Ethereum. He says, it is blockchain. It has nothing to do with cloud, but some smart contracts run at web speed with unlimited capacities. Smart contracts will rule the world. Non-Ethereum killer, something new. TikTok. He spelled TikTok wrong. Just kidding. That's a TikTok joke. The Internet Computer has branded itself as the last original Layer 1 blockchain project, is launching a revolutionary public network that provides a limitless environment for smart contracts that run at web speed, serve web, scale, and reduce compute costs by 1 million times or more. According to the project's website, the Internet Computer aims to extend the functionality of the public internet so it can host backend software, transforming it into a global computing platform. Project claims that developers can ditch centralized servers and commercial cloud services and instead use the Internet Computer to create websites, internet services, enterprise IT services, and more. Wow, this sounds great.
Yeah.
Like, do you guys understand what they were saying there? Like, we looked at, I think what is it called? It's called Ethereum 2? It's not ETH 2.0, but I can't remember the name of it. It was offering decentralized domain name services. Mm-hmm. Because we saw what happened to Parler, okay? And you may disagree with Parler's politics 100%, and that's fine. But the fact that all of these tech giants team together with their monopolies to prevent them from having a fair service to compete, that's why I'm in this business. Because I hate stuff like that. You can't just decide you disagree with someone's political opinions and you come and you just take them offline because Amazon Web Services won't host them. Apple won't put them in the store. Why do you guys think that happened? You think it's really about their political views? No. It was 100% about they were starting to eat away at Twitter and Facebook. And I guess there's another one too. I can't think of.
What?
Basically, they were eating away from some of the users from some of these other platforms. Okay, that's what this was about. Apple, Facebook, they teamed up and they got them out of the App Store, and that's wrong. And the fact that what if someone disagrees with my opinions on cryptocurrency? What if people don't like me saying I believe in decentralization? They're going to come, they're going to take my web services. They're going to not let me have a website. So they're going to deplatform me from social media, and then they're not even going to allow me to have my own website where I can funnel traffic. That is scary as crap. So it sounds like what the internet computer is, and I'm doing the research on it. It's brand new. I don't know much about it at this point. But we're going to do a full review on it in the next day. The thing is if this is what it's saying it's going to be, to have decentralized websites, decentralized cloud services, then this is definitely not something to compete with Ethereum. It's something to work with Ethereum. So pretty good stuff. Someone said, best bull run long right now if I don't have a lot of money to start with. What's the question there? Is he saying, should he long because prices are going up?
Yeah, or like what's his best entry? Maybe. I don't know. That is
be careful leverage trading if you have no money.
Yeah.
You'll lose it all. Yeah. I wouldn't do that. And you know, like leverage trading is really like, we talk about leverage trading, obviously a pretty good bit. Is this giveaway legit? You mean our giveaway? Yeah, obviously. Or are they talking about a different one?
If there's some ad running or something you're seeing right now, then no. But if it's the giving a 1 Bitcoin away when we hit 1 million subscribers, yes, that's absolutely legit.
Yeah, absolutely. We're giving away Bitcoin, hopefully Friday. We think right now we're on track to hit 1 million subscribers by Friday.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be great. Yeah.
So
if you're in the chat or watching right now and you're not subscribed, smash that button. You might win a whole Bitcoin.
Yeah. So by the way, if somebody, if we probably will not hit it by Friday morning. Probably Friday evening, maybe Saturday. So we'll do the giveaway on Monday on the live stream. So we'll shoot confetti and make Elron clean it up like we always do. So that'll be a good time. But back to leverage trading, by the way, guys, like a good strategy with leverage trading, honestly, is if you have a separate portfolio for your trading and you get one massive come up, like if you would long Bitcoin like 25x, not saying 25x is responsible. I'm just saying if you had, that's what I use, 20x. If you had longed it at $52,000 when it dipped and it's at 56, and if it goes up back over 60, like you've made like thousands of percents, okay? At that point, take your profits off the table and then put them into Bitcoin or put them into Ethereum, put them in something where you're not, because eventually you will lose when you're leverage trading, and you want to make sure you're not losing the maximum amount. Like if you get a really gigantic come up where you make $100,000 on a leverage trade, and let's say you only add 5,000 into it, you should take that money out and don't leverage trade with it. Maybe keep leverage trading with the same 5,000 you started with, and take that money and put it into a portfolio. That's a good way to look at leverage trading, is you use it to get one really big come up at some point, and then you move that over to a HODL portfolio so you're not risking it over and over again. So that's just a little strategy for you guys that are newer. So anyways, ICP uses something called Chainky technology. We'll talk about that tomorrow. It went open source on May 10th. Just want to show you guys the chart here real quick. And this is why I say it's not a bad time probably to get in, because this is the Coinbase chart on ICP, and it launched at $650, and now it's all the way back down to like $400. And let's see if you guys see the brush here, like that's a massive drop there. So it looks like it's kind of evening out here, and because of that, like I don't think it would be a bad spot to get an entry. So I'm comfortable buying at this. I would not have been comfortable buying until I saw how this was going to shake out. And it looks like it's catching some momentum. It's starting to move sideways. This is the 45-minute chart. If you go down to the 2-hour chart, look at that freaking dump. So, and that's okay. You want to buy in after it stabilizes. So it looks like it could be stabilizing. I don't mind getting an entry here. I also wouldn't mind people waiting another few days. So you may want to learn more about it, see what it is before you get an entry, but I'm going to go ahead and get some exposure here pretty soon. All right, so what happened yesterday with the dip? And we are way behind today.
Yeah, we are.
I spent 45 minutes on the first 4 stories. So we're going to have to move through quick here.
Yep.
A massive pipeline hack is just a taste of what's to come. Now, what we think yesterday occurred is basically this news on the East Coast of the United States about this pipeline hack basically just created like a real world event around which whales could dump. And there's a little bit of panic here now. Like in Georgia, we're facing, I was watching a story yesterday on the news where a woman was talking about like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I got gas today, but what's going to happen in a few days when I'm not able, when I wake up and I got to go to work and there's no gas and, all the gas stations are out of gas. And I remember the last time we went through a major gas outage, probably like 2003.
We had a big one in California. I don't know if it was nationwide, but it was definitely big for a while where it was people were driving all over the place to get. I don't know if it had something to do with the fires or what was going on, but I know there was a major gas shortage in like the Southwest for a while.
So the last one I remember in Georgia that was major and very concerning was the Katrina. I guess that was 2003 or 2004.
Sounds about right.
And, I remember people lined up out, I got gas. Luckily, I have just gotten gas, like, in all my vehicles right before. We have a Jeep that's diesel. So, so we're fine with that at least. We don't know what's going to happen, and it's a little concerning. And what happens is this fear causes people to dump the price. So Tariq says, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for paying me to tell us that you can't find gas. Appreciate that. He says, can't find it. That's information. That's valuable information right there. So I appreciate you doing that. He says he can't find any gas in South Carolina. This is why we need blockchain. Well, gas fees on blockchain can be high too.
I think you mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I understand what he's saying. Like the blockchain that's immutable, if this could carry the gas data, you don't have to worry about a pipeline getting hacked. And we do know that definitely Katrina was 05 is what they say. Okay, so it was 05. Okay. But anyways, we're going to read about the story. But how many people are watching?
We have about 18,400.
And how many likes? 12,000?
About 4,800.
Okay, guys. If you could do us a favor, let's go ahead and hit the like button. Let's get the numbers up. And then if you hate gas fees, put hashtag
no gas.
No gas. No gas. Those Ethereum gas fees, on a different note, are also back up.
Yeah.
So we know the Berlin hard fork helped temporarily, but now the momentum of Ethereum is so strong, and people are now using it a lot. Actually, I was talking to some of our people that work here about their gas fees, and they actually had some transactions get turned down, and so they paid $400 for the gas fee and didn't even get the transaction to go through.
Oh, that's brutal.
Brutal. Twice. Mr. Elrond is back in. How does he come and go like this?
Yeah.
Mr. Elrond, will you put a long in on our... Can you get into the Bybit account?
Only on my computer.
Oh, only on your computer?
On the one you're on.
Oh, you can't put it on your mobile? Look, everybody hates gas.
Yeah.
Elrond, can you put a long on Bitcoin on for me, like 20x? Try to do that. And then put a stop loss like 25% or something like that. Okay, all right. So a massive pipeline. So here's the story. Northeast blackout 2003 was memorable for many reasons, including the gas stuff is what they're saying. But the blackout sticks in the memory for a darker reason, too. There was a brief moment just after everybody realized the power was out from Boston to Toronto. The people thought it must be another T-word attack. Al-Qaeda had hit us again, this time hacking our grid. Soon we realized that no, just the usual stuff, shaky networks, which, I can relate to with this computer over here. Dumbness in trees, just on an epic scale. The Colonial Pipeline hack of 2021 will probably not be as memorable. As Liam Denning points out, there should be enough fuel to keep us out of gas lines, as long as we keep our heads and don't start hoarding. Fortunately, there's no recent history of our doing such things. Knowing the pipeline will be fully restored this week should help. But can you imagine the panic if, say, a bunch of petrostates had gotten together and declared the new price of oil was 1 million Dogecoins a barrel or something? Pretty funny. This is really not much different. Anyway, so it just goes on to talk about what happened here. Basically, it's hack. It's ransomware. Thank you, Robert. Robert says, everybody smash the like button. Thank you for that super chat. But this is preventable is the thing about this. Like, if we were to really get blockchain level security on these pipelines where they can only communicate with each other, no one can get in from the outside, immutable ledgers, we could deal with a lot of these problems. I think really blockchain can solve a lot of our hacking issues that are out there, at least up until quantum computing takes over. So, yeah, crazy. Tariq says, crazy how we can still get hacked in today's world. It's 2021, but guys, I don't know if you know this. But anywhere where the government is involved, we're very vulnerable.
Yeah,
So.
most of our infrastructure networks for the United States were built in like the 80s, 90s. Like they're so dated.
The colonial pipeline. Like, is that not like perfect demonstration? Colonial. This thing's been around since 1732.
Yeah.
I don't know when the colonies were first established. Do we know?
I'm not a history person.
It would have been before 1776, right? Like, that was Revolutionary War, but
Yeah.
the first colony, let's see when the first colony was established. That's the first town. First colony established 1607.
1607.
And it was Jamestown. Wow, Mr. Elron Schmeets, you really did name that. I didn't know that was actually the first colony. So, okay, how about that? We learn everything from Elron every day. When he's in here, it's hard to find him. Edward Snowden knocks Alex Gladstein's crypto critique. Worst part of dragon level wealth is people devolve into dragons themselves. Devolve into dragons. On Saturday evening, the privacy advocate and well-known whistleblower, Edward Snowden, blow that whistle, baby. Blow that whistle. Here we go. Spoke out against some criticism stemming from the Human Rights Foundation's Alex Gladstein. Snowden attacked the tribalism taking place in the crypto space and said that some people lose sight of the world beyond their cave. It's dragon reference. Gino says he loves gas. Wow. I was just listening to Doja Cat's I'm a Cow earlier, and she said she loves methane as well. If you guys haven't seen that video, we watched the whole video this morning. It's quite memorable. Gladstein didn't like the statements Snowden made recently in a published video when the privacy advocate criticized Bitcoin. It's not the first time Snowden has given BTC a scathing review that knocked Bitcoin's ability to scale in privacy. So, obviously, if you're Edward Snowden, what do you care about? You care about privacy. Why? Because everybody wants to arrest you around the world. So, obviously, when he's taking money, he would prefer taking in Monero or Zcash or Horizon or Pirate Chain or something like that. And it's lost its privacy. Like, Bitcoin is so much different than what it started out as. And that's what's so fascinating to me. Like, is Bitcoin heading down a similar trail to fiat money? I don't know. I'm just saying, just asking the question.
I think it's heading a similar trail to like gold, where it was great. It was usable at money for a while, but once it got to a certain scale, it's so valuable that the rich and powerful of the world would rather hoard it and loan against it than actually trade it back and forth.
Someone said, there's a new meme coin, Sup Dog. Reminds me of that joke. Like,
what's up, dog?
Yeah. Well, how does it start?
Smells like up dog in here.
Oh, it smells like up dog. Yeah, it smells like up dog. What's up, dog? Oh, not much. How are
What's
you?
up with you?
Anyway, but like, Nate has gas.
Welcome back to 2002.
Yeah. So, anyways, back to the Bitcoin argument though, and TJ and I talk about this a lot. Like, if we really were to get like deep and philosophical here about cryptocurrency, like, we're gonna mess it up. Like, mankind is going to mess us up. We've been given the keys to the kingdom here. We've been given something. The Pandora's box of blockchain is open, and we've been given the ability to be able to restore the financial system in the world. But we're gonna mess it up. Like, that's the thing, and that it's a little like conflict of interest for me to like come up here and talk about like how much we think blockchain is gonna change the world, because it's got the ability to do it, knowing also in the back of my mind that like the evil powers in the world will find ways to mutate and transform and ruin everything so they stay at the top. Now, hopefully, this is what I say about blockchain. It's our only opportunity to change the world. It's the only opportunity we got. Doesn't mean it's going to work. But we certainly hope for the best, and we hope that we're going to be able to use blockchain for the powers of good, not the powers of evil. Like, if you look at all of the pluses of blockchain, the transparency, it's got the ability to like expose corruption and do a lot of positive things. But then also like there's some ways that can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Not mutated.
Corrupted.
Corrupted. Yeah. That's the word I'm looking for. The way that this beautiful thing that we have can be corrupted for evil. And unfortunately, we just know the nature of mankind is to do evil things.
Yeah.
So anyway, Snowden's latest critique of Bitcoin stems from an interview he did at Decrypt's Ethereum 2021 conference. Following the video, Gladstein, an outspoken proponent of Bitcoin, said that the Snowden video clip was a disaster. basically what he's saying is Taproot, which is the big, was it a band? Was Taproot a band?
I don't know. It sounds like a band name.
Doesn't it sound like a band name? Yeah. Which, by the way, my wife read me this really funny Instagram yesterday where, like, this lady at the park, like, every time somebody asks her the name of her dog, like, she makes up a fake breed. That was real funny. The last one was High Presbyterian. And I can't remember the other names of the fake names, but they were really good. You just combine a color or an adjective with a random word, and it sounds like a dog breed. So, but anyway, so Taproot is the upgrade to Bitcoin that's coming. And I already told you guys, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it's going to do anything. But it says, Taproot makes Bitcoin privacy worse. Lightning is shenanigans, attacks core devs, hypes NFTs and privacy coins, except Monero, which he trashes, which is funny. When Snowden coin, say it ain't so, Gladstein said. However, not everyone agreed with Gladstein's summary of the video. And, like, I don't understand, like, this idea that, like, you can't criticize things. Like, you can certainly criticize things without, being totally negative.
Yeah, that's
or unrealistic.
That's kind of what I thought too. I don't know if it says it here, but I went back and watched the clip, and he wasn't nearly as critical because I really like Alex. I've actually met him in person before. He's the head of the Human Rights Foundation, so he has a lot of real world experience on, bad centralization and the real pain points that most of us are very insulated from. He deals with on a day-to-day basis, so he sees how Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies can really help, and he's a big advocate for Bitcoin. So I respect what he says, but then when I watched the clip, I'm like, he wasn't really trashing it the way Alex was acting. Like, mostly what Snowden was saying is kind of what you were just saying. Like, Bitcoin at one point was made for privacy. It was important. Yep. And now it's gotten to the point where the core devs and a lot of the big Bitcoin proponents, like, they're familiar with how to keep themselves secure and private. And there are ways to do it with Bitcoin, but it's definitely not easy. And so he's saying they're not really prioritizing privacy as a key core feature first. Like, they're making workarounds, they're making layer 2s, they're making other solutions. But he's saying, like, it's frustrating to people that really believe in Bitcoin because they know how to solve it and they want to say it's secure, they don't really want to take it head on, is really the approach he was kind of taking, which I don't necessarily disagree with that critique.
Yeah. Well, we live somewhere in the tension between what Bitcoin should be and what it is.
Exactly.
And I think what Snowden is really doing here is saying what it is. Mm-hmm. And, you've got these Bitcoin idealist maxis that we'll encounter when we go down to Bitcoin 2021. Very interested to see how that whole thing goes.
It will be interesting.
It was very interesting because I know a lot of those people don't like me, but I also know they're, a lot of them are cowards. So, and the ones that aren't, like, they're just dorks. So, I think that, you got to live in the real world. And I think that's why our channel connects with people so much and why we're the #1 cryptocurrency channel, because we live in the real world of what Bitcoin is. But we love the ideals of what it should be. We love the ideals of what it's supposed to be. But we also recognize that a lot of the flaws and a lot of the things that we talked about, that people are just like, they've been given the keys to the kingdom, but we're going to ruin it in a lot of ways. I think that's the reality of the situation. And now we're looking more at crypto assets, especially everything below Bitcoin. They're, like Michael Saylor said, they're venture capital projects. You're investing in the changes in the world that a lot of these companies can do. And a lot of those are filling holes that Bitcoin was supposed to do. That's what DeFi is. If you guys don't know, decentralized finance is really what Bitcoin was supposed to be, right? The first layer of any technology, according to Andreas Antonopoulos, from now on is going to be money. But Bitcoin is not money. Bitcoin is gold. So that's opened up this huge opportunity for decentralized finance. And, kind of like Charles Hoskinson and Gavin Wood saw the problems with Ethereum, so they went on and did their own projects to solve those problems. That's really what every project below Bitcoin is doing to solve all Bitcoin's issues. So we'll see how it all works out. Speaking of currency, China's digital yuan inches closer to full rollout with Alipay and ICBC activations. Look at that card. Wow. Looks scary. One of the world's largest... Now, a little background on the digital yuan, if you don't know. The digital yuan is China's attempt at a CBDC, central bank digital currency. They did a full test out several months ago. Over the summer, they started it. McDonald's, Starbucks, Subway, they were all involved in it. And then they came out and said, we weren't involved in it. But yeah, you could use it at the store. And it was a disaster. everyone who used it hated it. They're like, why would I just not use WeChat or WePay? So we'll have to see what they say. Thank you, Nalvez. He says, best daily news live stream. That's right. We do real life here. Thumbs up from Portugal. Oh, that's nice. We love the people from Portugal. Who do we not love? Oh, sorry. French. The French people. I'm sorry. French people, I love you too. I'm sorry. Can I just call you freedom people, though? That's all I want to know. All right. One of the world's largest banks has quietly allowed public users to activate China's... all that's tongue-in-cheek, by the way. You guys know that, right? Yeah. All that's jokes. Okay. China's eCNY wallets from inside the bank's mobile app. Alipay has also reportedly enabled the eCNY module for some users inside the Ant Group's payment app. I wonder if that's related to Ant shares. This means Chinese users now have additional methods to participate in the long-running digital yuan test. So what they're actually saying here is that because it was a disaster and these people were saying like, oh, it's the boss. He's a smash the like button, BitSquad. You guys don't forget to smash that like. He paid $5 to tell you that. That's how important it is. Very valuable. So the thing about this test is that China seems like they listened to what was said, and they're now integrating other ways for you to use the digital yuan. Why do they want this digital yuan? They want it to become the reserve currency. They want the strength of the Chinese economy, especially after they decimated our economy from the pandemic, which, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe a little math. Maybe a little country math will tell you kind of what happened there. Our number 2 competitor in the world became number 1 through a pandemic to our country, the worst hit by it, from the number 2 country. Like, no, guys, do a little math on that. I don't know how it happened, but they certainly took advantage of it. That's for sure. And so what they want is they want the decimation of our economy. They want the uplifting of their economy so they can get the reserve currency because guess what? It's exactly time this year. The average amount of time a reserve currency lasts since the 1400s when it started in Portugal is like 94 or 96 years. And we're right at that from where the US dollar became the reserve currency. So the point is they know it's ripe. They know the dollar can be overtaken, okay? They know the dollar can be overtaken by the yuan. But the yuan is also a worthless fiat currency. So now they're coming up with an innovative CBDC digital yuan to try to become the reserve currency. And, you know, one thing that I read back when this was first starting is what they're trying to do is create relationships in Asia first to be able to offer deals to countries that they do business with that if they pay in the digital yuan, they'll get a discount. Or actually, that's not true. What they're going to do is they're going to start taxing these other countries through tariffs if they don't pay with the digital yuan. So we're going to start in Asia, forcing the countries around them to do business with them in the digital yuan to strengthen it, to make it much bigger and much better. So eventually they can take that same kind of plan and they can expand it over the entire world. So TJ Coin, aka XRP.
We have an XRP story at the end, Chris.
Hammer the thumbs. Hammer the thumbs. Have y'all ever hammered your thumb?
Oof.
I have once.
Yeah, doesn't feel great.
No, you get that blood blister. Do y'all just pop the blood blister right away? Because I do.
I do. Yeah.
Now I know when I see it, I'm like, boop.
Yeah, just get rid of that right off the rip.
Yeah, I guess that's what. You know what's funny is you think about the cartoons where they hammer their thumb and it gets really big and red. Mm-hmm. I guess that's supposed to be a giant blood blister.
There you go.
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, learning new things every day.
It's amazing when you learn new things from yourself.
It is.
Okay. All right, so the Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, one of the largest banks in the world by total assets, appeared to have quietly allowed public users to activate China's CBDC wallet inside its mobile app. ICBC users from at least Chengdu, one of the first cities to begin the testing of the digital yuan, can now activate these wallets. While the feature called Internal Test Wallet has been searchable for months inside the app, could not be activated except for whitelisted users. Here's a screenshot of the app. Look at that.
And this is a good example when we were talking about crypto and blockchain and things not going the way to better the world.
100%. This is exactly a beautiful example of that.
Yep.
Yeah. So somebody said ADA next bull run taking over. Possibly. It could.
Their ecosystem's ready to start blossoming.
Yeah,
So we've seen that happen with DOT when their stuff started launching.
Got a big DOT video today.
Yeah. So And this next story actually kind of ties into a little bit what you were talking about earlier about we've seen a lot of people, especially as of late, talking about another bear market coming. Like, oh, we might see a bear market dip before the next big run up. According to Willy Woo, he's kind of on the same page as you. Like he thinks we're going to see some bullish stuff over the next 6 weeks.
It's so funny. So I had somebody contact me yesterday. Before we get into this story, somebody contacted me yesterday and they said, "Hey man, how's it going?" I hadn't heard from him in a while, maybe 6, 8, 10 months. Somebody I talked to a couple times a year. I used to know really well. He moved or whatever, and he said, "How's that Bitcoin?" I said, "Things are going extremely well." And it's somebody I know very well. So like I was talking about my portfolio with him, like just kind of the overall general value of it, because like I said, it was somebody that was one of my best friends at one point, just from seeing every day, and he was like, "Pull it out now." like thinking that just when you see the numbers of how much crypto's increased, like it's a giant Ponzi scheme, it's a bubble, get your money out now. And I was like, I just sent the laughing emoji. I was like, I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. To the average person, when they see this bull run, they see the prices, they're just like, oh no, you need to pull out, it's gonna crash. They don't understand we're only halfway through. We are only halfway through. And I hope that I exude confidence when I say this. Now look, we have taken profits. We bought a building. I bought a house. We bought some more houses. We bought some property. We do our payroll. We do our expenses. We get paid exclusively in crypto here. So we are pulling money off time to time. But, we pulled out less than 5%, overall because of this story right here. We know when this market ends. Now, look, we may be wrong by a month or two, but we are not close to the zone in which I would start being concerned and want to pull money out. At all. Like, pull money out because you make profit and you like money. That's great. But the thing is that right now, we are not close to the top of this market. Anyone who tells you that we are, they ain't been through it. That's what I'm telling you. They don't know what they're talking about. On-chain, Bitcoin analyst Willy Woo says, no way we are entering a bear market. He means right now. He said, this cycle is different. The movement of coins to strong holders is unprecedented. Purple lines track coins moving between weak and strong hands. The money is moving from the dumb money to the smart money right now. He pointed out that he believes there is no way we are entering a bear market, and here's the key point here, in the near future. We are going to enter a bear market, but not in the near future. Something he says now looks obvious from market sentiment and price action, but wasn't as clear 2 weeks ago when the sky was falling. And what was the number we told you the price would not go below? What was the price I told you it would never go below again? $47,000. Where did it hit? $47,000 exactly on Bybit. Just saying. It's almost like we know what we're talking about here. It's almost like the people that throw shade on us don't actually watch this channel. It's amazing. Moreover, the analyst suggested that Bitcoin moving to corporate treasuries was also likely making an impact on the market. And this is what I was talking about with Marin yesterday when I was on her show. Love Marin, by the way. If you guys aren't following Marin Altman on Twitter, you guys need to. She is awesome. I really loved talking with her on her show. But here's a question, TJ. And I think, I could be wrong about this, but I think there was never a narrative before that corporations were going to start moving Bitcoin to their treasuries. Do you remember hearing that narrative at any point before it actually started happening?
No, like you mean like last cycle and stuff like that? I mean, loosely they was talking about like nation states and stuff holding it, but not really, not anything of real, substance.
Not public traded United States companies.
No.
When MicroStrategy started doing that, it was novel.
Right.
Now, I've heard there's like a pizza place that like did it, like a small pizza place and some small businesses that were smart enough to do it. That's just because, not a lot of bureaucratic red tape there to get stuff done. Not publicly traded companies. This publicly traded companies thing, the corporate thing, that came out of left field.
Yeah.
The fact that Tesla bought Bitcoin and was able to pump the price, like, that was amazing. And maybe we're going to find out Facebook has bought Bitcoin. We're going to look at that story at the very end. We don't know it for sure. We know at least Zuckerberg probably owns Bitcoin, or either he's trolling the Winklevoss twins. But anyways, back to the story here. As Crypto Globe reported earlier this year, Wu said Bitcoin could flip gold's market cap. Price of Bitcoin would have to reach $240,000 for the cryptocurrency to overtake the precious metals market capitalization. I think that is a slam dunk. Earlier this month, he suggested the price of Bitcoin, based on the top cap model of his trade, or it may trade anywhere in the 300,000 to 400,000 range, or even higher by December. And you know, it's just always so interesting to me when you have these guys that are, he's not a technical analyst, he's more like into data science like Benjamin Cowan is. But when you have these guys that take totally different approaches than we take here, and we come to the exact same, the exact same kind of predictions or prediction models, I think the price of Bitcoin, where is it going to end up? Somewhere in between $300,000 and $350,000. It could go up to 400, but what we were talking about earlier, there are scenarios that exist where it does go higher, right? But the bottom is definitely not below, $300,000 ish, like maybe 280, maybe 290, maybe exactly stock and flow. But I can definitely see it going above $300,000. All his on-chain metrics he looks at, they all point to the same stuff, and that's why I like this guy. I'll be honest with you, I like his analysis. He is a maxi, but he is a maxi, right?
I'm not sure.
Maybe he's not a maxi. Yeah. Is he a maxi? Let's see what his Twitter account says. We're about to hit 325K here on Twitter. We are making up a lot of ground on emo Mr. Bean, which has been really nice. Don't ever want to say his name again because we gave him quite a lot of clout. For y'all that know. Let's see here. Willy Woo. I think I do follow him now. I do follow him. He doesn't follow me. He's got 476K. God, he's so big. Bitcoin on-chain analyst. I think he is a maxi. He was on, what's his name's, Peter McCormick's podcast. So you're not getting my email address, Willie. I'm sorry. All right, let's move on. Next story here. And here is that metrics. Some more metrics to support that, by the way.
That's the stable
coins, yeah. Right. We have discussed how stablecoin inflows are super bullish. And you are seeing right now the transaction count inflow here of stablecoins. Right now, it has a floor, and it's right there at that floor pretty much. So we can expect probably another big move up. If you were to do some technical analysis on this, like you'd have a really strong line right here. You see that? Mm-hmm. These lines would connect perfectly. So just some stuff that supports that. Stablecoin inflows, stablecoin transactions, we know they're really, really big. All right, so here we go. XRP wins again strongly, or XRP rebounds strongly following FEMEX relisting. Why is that? Why can't I not close that? That's really, there we go. Now, once again, if you guys want to sign up for FEMEX, you guys can do that by going to bitboycrypto.com/deals. And it says free $100 deposit bonus, but actually, they told me it's $200. So if you use my link, you actually get a $200 deposit bonus on FEMEX if you want to trade XRP there. And one thing about FEMEX is they actually have a lot more coins than Bybit does. So we love Bybit, $1,610 deposit bonus if you want to sign up there. But you don't have to have a VPN to trade on FEMEX, which I know for a lot of you guys that are a little more technologically challenged on VPNs, might be a better option for you. But it's risen a whopping 40% in the past 48 hours as exchanges begin to relist the token. And what does this tell you? What does this tell you that these exchanges are relisting XRP?
That's bullish for XRP. Looks like the lawsuit's going to work out.
The lawsuit is work. I never imagined. I'm so shocked by this.
Yeah.
That the government would not do a better job picking their judge. Yeah. Like, it all boils down to this judge. She hates the SEC.
Yeah. So
it's definitely super bullish for XRP. And I'm telling you guys, I am loading up on this thing. When this thing pops, when this thing runs, when it explodes, it is going to be something to watch. It's going to be an XRP-plosion. An XR-plosion. How about that? Singapore-based trading platform FEMEX will relist XRP after surveying its users. More than 74% of the respondents want the crypto exchange to offer the token for trading. Market has reacted positively to the news, pushing prices up by more than 40% in the last 48 hours. A new update in the SEC versus Ripple case made headlines in late March, luring investors back to XRP. According to attorney Jeremy Hogan, the U.S. SEC, implied that exchanges that relist and allow trading of XRP would not violate any guidelines under Section 4 of the Securities Act. Only Ripple and its affiliates could be accused of illegal sales. So this means Coinbase is free to relist it.
Yep. Interesting.
Ooh. Because you guys know how many times people have asked me how to buy XRP, and what do I tell them? Bybit. Bybit is the best place to buy XRP. No fees on the exchange. Just Bitcoin over there, exchange it over for XRP, flow it out if you want, leverage trade it if you want, keep it on there if you want. That's where I hold mine, actually. So everybody's going to be trying to get into my Bybit account tomorrow. But it's a secret Bybit account you guys don't know about. So anyways, we'll see what happens. But Coinbase should consider relisting it, I would think.
And that should be very bullish.
Very bullish. Yeah. Because that is I'm telling you guys, if Coinbase relists, it's probably because they know this thing's going the way it's going. I don't see any way at this point Ripple loses this. I can't believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. And guys, it just shows you I'm not right about everything. I have very strong opinions on things. I would have thought for sure the government was going to crush Ripple. Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, huge trouble. Jed McCaleb left out. I don't know, maybe Jed McCaleb's been in the background lurking around. Who knows what he's up to. But it says within minutes after Hogan's remarks, the hashtag RelistXRP was trending on Twitter, while the number of related posts skyrocketed. And you guys can see the chart there. Jack Tao, the CEO, affirmed that most of the users who made a deposit believe the trading platform should lift XRP. Profit taking before higher highs. XRP prices were able to rebound from the 200 4-hour moving average and surged by more than 40% in the past 48 hours. Sudden upswing reached a crucial resistance barrier represented by the fib level, anyways, at $1.45. Let's see. The emergence of a sell signal by this indicator says there could be a pullback. Where's it at right now? Let's check out the XRP chart. How we got up to 4,080 and then we went back down to $4,027 for Ethereum, by the way. But looking at XRP, it's back at $1.44. Let's go to the daily chart. Whew, what a pullback. I mean, it had gotten back all the way up to $1.76. We've had a pullback. Looks like today it's showing some bearish stuff, but the daily chart, the DBSI numbers don't really show that much, aren't that reliable. But we'll have to see what happens here in the near term. It needs to make a higher high here pretty soon. We got the overall high point at $1.97. I need this thing to get up to like $20. That's what I need. Yeah. I'll be feeling pretty good if it gets up to $20.
Something tells me a lot of people will be feeling pretty good.
I mean, it's not that out of the question. Like, guys, let's think about it a little bit. Right now, XRP has not breached its all-time high. Its all-time high is $3.60, I believe. Is that right?
Something in that range.
It'll
depend on the exchange, but
yeah, let's see exactly what we just looked at the other day. Well, let's see what the XRP all-time high. All-time high was, no, that's not right. Hitting a price of $3. It's about $3. We'll just call it $3. I think it's like $3.20 or something.
I thought it was like $3.20, $3.22.
Yeah, let's just go to CoinMarketCap. Why am I playing around with this? Let's see what they say. Okay, here we go. It's just so slow today. All right, now check this out. You can just zoom in on it like that, TJ.
That's a cool trick.
They got a 368. I said 360. I was pretty close. 368. If it only were to 5x its previous all-time high, that would pretty much put it almost at $20. Just 5x its previous all-time high. That's not that hard to do. I mean, if you look at a lot of these projects and what they do, I mean, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin has already 3.5x'd its all-time high.
Yeah.
Already. And it's not even close to the peak of this bull run. In the last bull cycle, Bitcoin 18x'd its previous all-time high. Okay? So when you think about that, to think that XRP that should outperform Bitcoin this cycle, who knows how high it can go? I don't know. $20 I do think is in the realm of possibility, though. I will say that. All right, let's move on to the last story here. Mark Zuckerberg, my goats, Max and Bitcoin. Is he saying he's a Bitcoin maximalist?
I don't know. It's that he didn't really specify. He dropped this last night, like right as everything was dumping. It's interesting. A lot of people talking about it. You know, like the take.
Like
on
he's
it.
trying to get it going again.
Is he? Yeah. Is he trying to kind of step in and do the Elon Musk thing and use it for attention and marketing and some of that, or what's his angle here? Is what everybody's trying to figure out.
Yeah, what is Mark Zuckerberg's angle? And this was posted on Facebook, I think, actually, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well,
That's where that's from.
That would
It's a
make
Facebook
sense.
post. Does Zuck use Twitter?
I don't know.
Let's check him out. Let's see.
I would imagine he has to have one, but maybe not. Zuckerman. Maybe he doesn't. He's a Facebook maximalist.
Wow, look at that. Old Zuck does not have a Twitter account. What a scammer.
So competitive, I guess. Hey, he likes his the best.
That's what's so interesting about this. Because obviously the Winklevoss twins are, his rivals in life. They hate each other. And what are the Winklevoss twins known for now? Bitcoin. Like, us in crypto know, like Gemini and all this stuff. Filecoin, whatever, Eternity they're behind. But the Winklevoss twins are known for being early in Bitcoin. They're the first Bitcoin billionaires. They took their Facebook settlement money, which I believe was $12 million, put it into Bitcoin in 2012, I think.
Yeah. They were real early.
They were very early. Well, they met Charlie Shrim in real life.
Yeah.
On a beach.
In Ibiza.
In Ibiza, that's right.
Sounds like a song.
Sounds like what?
A song.
Yeah.
It's
in one night in Ibiza.
Exactly. Took a trip to Ibiza. Yeah.
I took a trip to Ibiza.
There you go.
I went with my girlfriend that everybody hated, including my parents, and my parents don't talk to me anymore because of my girlfriend. And I met the Winklevoss twins, and I told them to buy Bitcoin.
Classic banger.
Hey, that was real. That was all true. Charlie Shrim.
Yeah.
So he met them, and he talked to them about Bitcoin. Were they rolling? I don't know. Don't you have to do ecstasy if you go to Ibiza? That's why I've never been. I mean, I would have been in my early 20s maybe.
I have no idea. I'm sure it was an interesting party. Wherever they met, I'm sure it was interesting.
Yeah, I know. It kind of sucks, like, because now that I'm an adult and I have enough money to go do things like that, I don't want to do things like that. But when I was a teenager, that would have been my dream,
Yeah.
Go to Ibiza and go to a party. But anyways, so they bought Bitcoin very early. We know Zuckerberg and Facebook. They absolutely hate Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg absolutely hates them. And yet here he puts my goats, Max, and Bitcoin. So you have to wonder, like, what is the message here? And it's so hard to figure out, especially after we know that, the rumor was they bought Bitcoin, Facebook did, and they didn't actually buy Bitcoin. It came out on their earnings report.
Right.
So we just don't really know. Somebody said cringe at my song.
Oh, no.
You cringed at my Ibiza song? That was a real life song. Yeah. Go read a book, bro. Probably can't even read a book. I'm surprised you didn't spell cringe with a J, you doofus. So
going off the rails.
Listen, so I went to it. We're gonna go off the rails further here. I mean, there's nothing more to this story other than that post.
No, I was gonna ask you, do you think Zuck personally holds Bitcoin? Is this
absolutely?
Like that's kind of like his way
got to.
Of saying, like, I'm not missing this boat, like I'm in, even though Facebook doesn't hold it. I'm on the inner circle here. I get the I'm in on Bitcoin.
Maybe Zuck is calling them the GOAT. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he's saying Bitcoin's the GOAT maybe here. I don't think he's saying the Winklevoss twins, but it is interesting the goats kind of look like twins a little bit. Yeah. I mean, they don't really. One's got white and one doesn't. But I'm just saying they're,
Did you see what Kat said?
No, what did he say?
He's like, you guys know those are donkeys, not goats. But they're clearly goats.
Those are clearly goats.
Yeah.
This one's got a beard.
Yeah. It was just
like,
funny. It was funny.
This kind of does look like a donkey in the front, though. But it is a goat. But it is eyes, for sure, goat eyes.
Yeah. It was just funny.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Have y'all never sacrificed a goat? I'm just kidding. I've never sacrificed a goat. That was a joke. Sorry. That was like a satanic ritual.
Yeah, that was a little dark.
Well, I mean, Zuckerberg's dark. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what he's doing in the background? He may have sacrificed these to punish the Winklevoss twins. But, hey, goats get killed every day.
That is true.
But what I was going to say was I forgot now. And it was really going to be funny, and I was going to wrap the show up in a really nice way. And I totally forgot what I was talking about. Where were we going with this? We were talking about Ibiza.
Taking trips, things you can and can't do anymore that you're interested in.
I feel like we're playing the $10,000 pyramid right now.
Yeah.
I would like to be on that show. I can't remember what it was, but it was going to be great, and it was going to be epic, and you guys missed out because TJ interrupted me with a real-life question about what was going on here. So, guys, don't forget to come back today, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will have a review of a Polkadot project that could be disrupting Ethereum DeFi. You're definitely going to want to come check that one out. And then tonight, of course, another episode of Around the Blockchain at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And then tomorrow, we're going to have a full review for you at 3 o'clock on ICP. And then, of course, our regular shows. So, all right, guys, that is all I got for you guys today. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Be blessed. America, red, white, blue. It's not French. BitBoy out.